As the meeting point between natural and built landscapes, the wild-urban interface constitutes areas at highest risk for destructive and deadly fires, especially under the impacts of global climate change. Wildfire events in the past decade have proven that further encroachment of development into dry and drought-ridden wildlands results in continuously unprecedented fire disasters. In order to mitigate this risk, we must rethink how these two entities meet, and limit the abrupt delineation between the arbitrary jurisdiction of natural land and urban land. Rather than allowing these territories to meet along a single edge, this proposal reconfigures the built environment in the areas surrounding Paradise, California to create a series of edited edge conditions. The master plan strategy inserts two intermediary zones between wild and urban, designated as wild adjusted and urban adjusted. The town plan, reconfigured around shared resources, public lands and year-round activated hubs, aims to foster community as a key ingredient to resilience. As a partial physical barrier, the thresholds will help to slow the spread of fire. But just as importantly, the master plan offers sites to engage the community during times of tranquility and non-emergency, so that recovery after disaster is less daunting. The chosen project node on the eastern periphery of Paradise exemplifies this activity-driven approach, utilizing structures that highlight both UA and WA strategies respectively. The site of our main project is a section of the urban adjusted and wild adjusted zones on the eastern bluff of Paradise, looking out onto the Feather River Valley. Two structures occupy the site. The urban adjusted portion contains the farmers market, which transforms into a temporary emergency shelter for displaced members of the community in the aftermath of a disaster. The second structure is the wildfire management hub and community outlook, which spans the fire access road and tunnels into the wild adjusted area. The farmers market takes on a mat condition, sited lightly on the land and transitioning level by level with the slight slope on the top of the hill. Conversely, the wildfire management hub digs into the steep side of the hill, exposing dramatic views throughout the valley and beyond into the surrounding wildlands. Though the two structures operate independently and convey juxtaposing attitudes toward the landscape, the ecology of the site as a whole operates as a single system to facilitate both long-term and short-term resiliency. The annual program calendar reveals relationships between the two sites and demonstrates how they function in regards to both the town and the wildlands. The outer rings convey conditions and program events in the wild adjusted zone, while the inner rings describe the urban adjusted zone. Community members move throughout both sites, interacting with each other, while also collectively engaging with the surrounding landscape in different ways. As a result, the site allows visitors to understand use and development of the land within a framework of the greater ecology of the area as a whole, indelibly connected with the surrounding nature. Therefore, fire, a naturally existing component of the land, can be recognized as an ingrained aspect of daily life. The farmers market and management hub each contribute to this goal of the project through different means. The planar organization of the farmers market mediates between the strict 40-foot by 40-foot column grid of the windfield and the slight slope of the landscape. Each floor plate of the structure descends in 5-foot increments, allowing for a high level of visibility across the market. The programmed spaces of the site include an information center, administrative office, sit-down restaurant, security office, eating and seating areas, children's area equipped with solar energy absorbing play structures, and market stalls. The stalls are categorized as produce stalls, prepared food stalls, and flea market stalls. Each of these stall types has slight differences in layout, but all conform to the 20-foot by 20-foot footprint dictated by the subdivision of the column grid. As a transitory site, the market operates through continuous movement. Vendors, customers, goods, architectural components and wind flow all constantly circulate through the space. The orientation of the project emphasizes this aspect, as main walkways cut through the market, maximizing east-west directionality. The turbines operate via oscillation of a carbon fiber shell. The resulting kinetic energy is absorbed and converted without transitioning to the structure or column below. The community of Paradise uses the space as a recurrent site of socializing, exchange, and play. This initiates the market as an important hub in the civic life of the town. With this relationship established, The market is primed to serve as a site of community resilience in the event of a disaster. Supplies distribution, communal services, and temporary shelter take over the spaces in the aftermath of a major emergency event, wildfire or otherwise. And the flexibility of the architectural system facilitates this transition. The different store types align with different needs of accommodation for varying lengths of time, depending on the magnitude of the event. The open, highly flexible produce and flea market stores can be maximized with beds and storage for short duration stays, while the layout of the prepared food stores are equipped with semi-private sleeping quarters and micro-kitchens for longer stays. The intention of the farmers' market is to demonstrate flexibility, not as a trope often associated with resilience, but as a community-specific strategy in both program and design. The site combines aspects of adaptability in both urban-scale design and small-scale architectural detailing. In this way, the project facilitates a broader understanding of how human activity and natural ecologies can support and benefit each other. Moving further out from the farmers' market following a pedestrian path across the site, visitors to the Wildfire Management Hub and Community Outlook are greeted with a minimal entry marking the edge of the wild adjusted zone. From the top level, visitors can descend into the building or choose to remain on the rooftop terrace to enjoy views of the valley. The first interior level opens into the lobby space and information center, with adjoining open offices for fire management officials. The lofted level, opposite the main staircase, meets the surface of the fire access road, allowing for easily available storage of firefighting equipment and vehicles. The sunken reading area aims to facilitate casual exchange between community members and officers of the CFMC, PBA, Paradise Fire Department and CAL FIRE, offering freely available information on fire safety, permitting for prescriptive burning, and volunteer opportunities. Descending further into the wild adjusted zone, the building opens out onto the topography of the hillside, confronting visitors with a physical experience of traversing the landscape. At this level, open community gathering space offers flexibility in program and function, from large-scale information sessions to small group trainings. The orientation of the building allows for unobstructed views of the surrounding wildlands, and sets the stage for community members to witness changes in the landscape over time. The structure itself acts as a threshold, functioning as a main hub for a larger network of fire management officials and administrators by providing access into the wildlands. The hub also offers the broader community of Paradise a space to appreciate and learn from their natural surroundings, allowing them to reflect on their own existence and daily activities within the greater context of the larger ecosystem. Both the farmers' market and wildfire management hub strive to integrate resilience into the fabric of the community of Paradise. While major components of each project are designed to respond directly to fire disasters and emergencies, the overarching approach at the site is to shift the mindset of community members. The project strives to connect residents of Paradise with each other and with the landscape, at different scales and across different intervals of time. In this way, the project at the urban scale more accurately reflects how human activity and natural ecosystems are inseparably intertwined.